I saw them riding and I thought, they're like gods. It's this balance between extreme and dynamic and dangerous, and also you have to be very cultured and controlled. So this is a very unique thing. I don't want to say I want to be the best or something like that, but I want to be the best at Yabusame that I can be. My name's Michael No. I'm one of very few foreigners who practice Yabusame. Yabusame is a martial art of Japanese horseback archery. Until the modernization of Japan, until the end of the samurai era, Yabusame was only performed by samurai. I was initially attracted to the act, the idea of riding a horse, galloping a horse and shooting arrows from its back. But I always knew that there was a lot more to it, even though I didn't know exactly what that was. Over time, I realized how much deeper Yabusame is and how it affects my life, like in all aspects of my life. The ceremony itself is a performance before the god of the shrine. Very simply speaking, the more targets that are hit, the more luck for that particular purpose. Tomorrow there's another ceremony. I am 36 years old and I grew up in Melbourne, Australia. Currently single. If you're watching, my father grew up in Korea doing judo and also a Korean martial art called Jidokwan. His whole life he's been a judo and taekwondo instructor. My grandfather was a policeman and he was a show jumper and very into horses. Around the age of 16, I had this dream that I'm going to catch a wild horse in Australia and break it in, train it, and then ride it with a bow and arrow and shoot arrows off the back of it. It wasn't something I'm going to do straight away there. I had this really clear vision at that time that I thought, I'm going to do that one day. So right now I'm just tying up this tree, pulling this young tree, because we're going to fall down this thick pine and we don't want to break the young tree. We just want to regenerate it into something really beautiful. We do planting and removal of trees. Yeah. When I came to Japan, I set myself one goal to learn Yabusame. I was really looking at it seriously on the internet, YouTube videos, and just thinking, how can I become a part of this? I knew that there was a Yabusame school in Nikko, so I'd driven all the way to the very bottom side of Japan and I met a friend and I mentioned about my goal for Yabusame. Just by chance, just there, he said, I know one of the members, I'm going to introduce you tomorrow. And so I went for a very simple lifestyle, working in a farm and volunteering. It just sort of came together in Japan. That's really where I found everything. I grew up doing dangerous things, dirt bikes, jumping off high places into dangerous water. You know, I've always been that kind of dangerous guy. So Yabusame fitted me with that because it is also kind of dangerous, you know. The way you ride a horse and the way you ride a motorbike, it both requires balance. The speed, the movement, there is crossover and a benefit. Yabusame is something that I take as a kind of a responsibility and there's many duties involved. I can't say that it's fun, but when I ride my bike, it's actually fun. There's no expectations, it gives me something different. The adrenaline side was always naturally in me. Yabusame gives me this as well, but I have to be toned down. I can't be all like, yeah, 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 let's go. It's refined. Etiquette is a huge part of our school. There's specific ways of how to sit, how to open doors, how to pour drinks, how to pour sake. For everything that we do, there is a specific or correct way to do it. So today's the last night to be able to do practice before the ritual tomorrow. There is pressure to perform, and I care, and I think the nerves help you. I remember seeing something on television with Yabusame. I saw them, so impressive, it really, really captured me. I'm doing this training to build up the strength in my legs, my body, to increase my balance. It's very important to not just hit the target, but to hit the target in a graceful way, not just to ride it in a graceful way, and it should look effortless. It's very difficult, but it's very important to keep a poker face so you appear effortless and calm and peaceful and not showing your intention through your face. I do like to have fun with my friends, so when there's that moment to sort of let down your hair, to relax. These are my friends. This is Rio, we've known each other for a long time. And this is Ha, she's a friend from my work. Oh, in some ways, Japan was tough. Always be having to consider your actions and responsibilities and not to disturb other people. You have to be really alert the whole time, so that definitely you can be mentally tiring. Have a drink, have a dance, sing a song. I enjoy a good glass of whiskey very much, more so than ever. Kanpai! It's definitely an aspect of my life too. So today is a very important day. I'm going to perform the Yabusame ritual at Toshogu Shrine. I'll be one of the first 3 riders, so that involves wearing kind of hunting clothes that were worn by samurai in the Kamakura period. Depends on the event and the day, but we'll see. At the moment I don't feel nervous, but it's usually from this time on that nerves come a little bit. The more targets that are hit, the better the luck for the occasion. Well, the first rider has a lot of pressure because they're setting the opening, the ceremony, the ritual. The responsibility, obviously there's 2 aspects to that. One personal thing where you don't want to fail, but also I have a responsibility to perform well for the shrine and for the school. If things don't go well, I feel not only disappointed in myself, but I feel I've let down the shrine, the ceremony, and also my school. Personally, I was a little bit disappointed. I think it was a great event. I was disappointed because I had some technical difficulties in between the second and third targets with my tachi, my sword, get tangled in my bow, and I couldn't remove my bow from it, so it prevented me from raising and loading my arrow. And I just couldn't get it organized and sorted out. It's the first time it's happened, but I'll learn from that. There were challenges. There was even times where I thought that I might not really belong here and I might not be able to fit in. That was really just in the very early days. you know, life has always been full of a lot of things that I didn't expect. So I'm not really surprised, but it is pretty amazing actually the way the whole journey sort of has unfolded. It's kind of like destiny.